Boom. I got to do a video on social freedom and what it is and the concept of it and why I do it and why it's something that I've pushed myself above and beyond with because of the benefits of it. And if you're socially free, then more power to you. I would argue that not everybody is, because you may not want to go out and do public speaking exercises, and it's not something that I'm trying to promote. It's just that when people say, how do you do that, or I wouldn't have the balls to do that, or you're crazy, that indicates lack of social freedom. Now, not everybody needs to go out and do those kind of things, but it just highlights there is something there that identifies a bit of fear, right? Why would I, or how could I do something like that? Or I couldn't do something like that. So my argument is anyone can do that, right? Whatever whatever your reasoning for it, let's just say it would give you absolutely everything that you ever wanted if you were able to go out and do that. For example, right? I could get you to do that, right? And why would I? Why would I do it myself? Okay, because it gets you beyond your mind, right? Because your mind tells you people are going to judge you, right? What are people going to think? And you then challenge that mode of thinking. So then you challenge that, and then you go beyond what you initially thought was possible. Okay, so now you're in another realm of the brain because you thought you couldn't get there. Now you're there. You're there and you're like, okay, I did that and it wasn't so bad and people are just getting on with their day. Okay, so where can you apply that now? That's where it comes into play. That's where the value comes in, right? You've overridden that program that told you you couldn't do something. Now you start to apply that to other areas of life, right? Because we are operating on programs, right? You were told this, that, and the other, which then formed a number of barriers and limitations in your head. So when you get over one, you start to look at the next thing you can overcome. Okay, so I overcame that barrier. I overcame that limitation where my mind and my body was saying no, but I persevered, went through it, came out the other end. Wasn't so bad. And you know what? It was a little bit fun because I was doing something different and I got a little bit of a kick out of it. I kind of got a shot of adrenaline from it. So I wonder where else I could go and open up and talk to people, and maybe I could apply it at work because I'm in a sales role and I was a little bit shy the other day. Or maybe I can tell my boss that I feel that I need a raise, Or maybe I can tell my partner something that I've been holding back on, It starts to manifest in many other areas. I mean, I often hear people say their neighbours are irritating them, they keep playing music, they keep doing this, and I'm going to go down there and tell them. And then they say, I never went, right? Why? Because of a lack of social freedom. You get beyond the mind, just go and do it. You don't have to be aggressive, but just be in your element where you can just speak your mind, right? In any area of life, any area, right? Whether it's work, personal relationships, or just social, just to be social and just to go and say to somebody, do you know what, I really like your trainers. Where do you get them from? Or you know what, you're in wicked shape, man. How do you keep that physique? What's your routine? What's your diet? Like, there's no end. Once you start making connections with people, things change, man. You break down barriers. And once you start to break down barriers in one area of your life, other areas start to open, right? It's just a gateway. I argue it's the most important thing. If you don't have it, it can be a game changer, right? Why do people drink? A lot of people drink casually and socially. That's not my story. I drank to be casual and social, but it went, far beyond that. And a lot of people will say, I need a bit of Dutch courage. Why do you need a bit of Dutch courage? To go and speak to X, Y, and Z, or to be in a certain environment? Can't you just do that anyway? Okay, well, I'll leave that at that.